Hi everybody, welcome today for this new episode. Today we're gonna talk about sources, a very, very important topic that matters in terms of AEO, and we're gonna discuss with Adrian about that. What can you tell us about sources? What are they? How it's working? Can you give us an overview about that?
That's very, very important topic. Just to remind to everybody how an LLM is working, let's talk about ChatGPT, for example. When you are prompting ChatGPT is going to do a Bing or Google request, basically. And then it's going to pull out all the sources that Google is going to provide. And then ChatGPT decides whatever he wants to do with these sources. So what it means that it's going to pull out information, citations, data from 6 to 8 trusted sources, 6 to 8 trusted platform, and of course you need to be on this platform. So now the question is, what are these platforms, right? Mm-hmm. Because if you don't know the platform that ChatGPT trusts, you can't have a proper strategy to be mentioned on this platform. Number one platform for ChatGPT is Wikipedia. And actually, I'm going to take my phone to give you the exact data. So Wikipedia represents 48%
Boom.
Of the sources. So let's say half of the sources used by ChatGPT. Number two is Reddit with 11%, and then Forbes with 7%. So ChatGPT really used very high trusted platform, not only for ChatGPT, but across the world, basically. Everybody knows Wikipedia, everybody knows Reddit, everybody knows Forbes. If we look at Perplexity, which is basically the second most used LLMs or famous in the world, despite Google. We talk about Google after. Reddit represents 47%. So Perplexity used Reddit 50% of the time to come up with an answers. Then you have YouTube, 40%, and Gartner, high trusted platform as well, with 7%. Question, how about Google? So for Google AI overview, we have Reddit, 21%, YouTube, 19%, and Quora, 14%. So there is a pattern. This pattern is called Reddit, basically, and YouTube. And that's very important to understand that across all LLMs, they're all using this kind of platform, Reddit, Quora, G2, Product Hunt for SaaS, where people are asking real questions they have and real users are answering to this question. This is trusted signals that LLMs loves and are looking for and even expect for them to provide you with the essential.
And what is very interesting as well is the weight of Reddit, because, for example, 6 months ago, for ChatGPT, because you said it was today 11% of the sources, 6 months ago it was only 2.5%, and now it's 11%, and we can easily predict that in the coming months it's going to be 15, 20, 25. Why? Because Reddit is covering so many topics in depth. That's the least we could say.
And in every country. Because you have a local SEO, you have a local AEO as well. Meaning to say, if you do a query, a prompt on ChatGPT in the US or in Thailand, where we are at the moment, the result is going to be very different as well. ChatGPT is going to use different sources as well because of the country.
Absolutely. Sources are related to mentions. So which kind of strategy you recommend in terms of mentions in order to use those sources?
You just reverse engineer exactly what we just said. Because for example, Reddit's going to be used by all LLMs, or at least the major ones. Again, ChatGPT, 80 to 85% of the market. So if you need to prioritize one platform, go for ChatGPT. Number two, go for Perplexity. And Google AI Overview, it's a bit of a different topic because we're talking about Google, right? We made a dedicated video on this. We'll put the link in the description. And you have, 8 to 10 minutes focusing on how to rank on Google AI Overview. But reverse engineer the sources that ChatGPT trusts. It trusts Reddit. It's going to use Quora, for example. It's going to use YouTube. What it means you need to be there on Reddit, on different threads in Reddit. You need to make videos. Actually, on the video side, video represent now across all LLMs around 13% of the sources, right? So videos are extremely important. Quick tips on videos. It's not just the videos that is important. It's, of course, the title of your videos. Try to match the title to the exact prompt people are prompting, basically. Description also is very important. And having a very clear transcript. Because LLMs doesn't understand the video. They don't scrap what you are saying, the voice and so on. So they rely on the transcript. So make sure your transcript, description, and headline are very, very clear for LLMs. So you reverse engineer this. And you are a SaaS product, for example, you are a SaaS company, G2, product hunt are extremely used by LLMs to come up with a recommendation if you're looking for what is the best CRM for a design agency under 50 employees, for example, right? Make sure your name is on this platform.
Okay. About this topic, do a website need a high authority to be cited and mentioned by LLMs?
Yes and no. Yes, because domain authority matters, especially for AEO. It's one of the main metrics we are relying on for SEO. So it matters because, again, SEO is the foundation of your online visibility. But no, because domain authority is mainly linked to backlinks, and LLMs doesn't care about backlinks. LLMs care about mentions.
Yes.
So make sure you are mentioned in this platform we just told you about, right? And so your domain authority is important for SEO, not really for AEO, basically.
Okay, and by the way, about mentions, we can add the fact that mentioning a brand, a product, or a service, for example, on Reddit or Quora, it can be a comment of 20 words, like a comment of like 200 or 300 words. No matter that, the goal is to put context around that. Oh, this is the best SaaS. This is the best product for that. Once again, we are talking about pattern recognition in terms of like to help LLMs to understand which brand is linked to which product or service and is linked to which benefits. That's what matters.
LLMs are like people. They're lazy. So what they're looking for in these platforms, in these sources they use, it's like the exact or very similar question the user prompt the LLM with, right? And the direct answer. So if your content is not clear, not really telling the question, not really answering directly the question without any context, LLM is not going to use it. And that's why Reddit is extremely powerful, because people are not putting 2,000 words reply, right? You have a direct question, which is the thread title, basically.
Yes.
And the direct answer, which are the people's comment.
And a good thing as well that we could observe with our clients is that, of course, you start getting results after 3 months, sometimes after 2 months and 1 week. But the cool thing is that, unlike backlinks, you don't need 200 mentions to start getting cited. So that's very, very, very cool, because you can show some traction, and starting from here, you can only push to be visible on more prompts. So
we reverse engineer the things, like you are a hotel, so you are a restaurant, right? Platform like TripAdvisor, Yelps are very used. So just look now. You can check. Maybe we'll put it on the screen. But when you do like a query to ChatGPT, like a prompt, you can see the sources that is used by ChatGPT to answer to your prompt. So just open all these sources and look at directly the sources that is being used, right? And now reverse engineer this and make sure your name is mentioned on this one.
Another question, is the Google ranking important for ChatGPT?
Short answer, no. Very short answer, no. Actually, 85% of the content or the sources, the AI citation used by LLM does not rank on Google. And if I want to be more precise, so again, I take my phone to be extremely detailed on it. Only 8% of the citation or the sources used by ChatGPT belongs to the top 10 on Google. 8% as well for Gemini, 8% for Copilot, and for Perplexity, which is to me the most Google-like LLMs at the moment, it's 28%, I will say, only. So Google ranking doesn't matter for LLMs. Again, they are getting sources directly from Bing and from Google, and then they are using these sources in a very, very different way. And whether this content or this source is 55 position or 3rd position, ChatGPT is going to treat these sources exactly the same. LLMs are looking for very different signals. And another metrics I haven't said before that is very important. Also, the sources used by these different LLM are very different from an LLM to another. And actually only 11% of the sources are common to all LLMs. So again, ChatGPT, Perplexity work differently. You need a dedicated strategy for ChatGPT and for Perplexity, but the mindset, the idea, it's exactly the same. Look at the sources used by this AI platform, reverse engineer the thing, and make sure your name is mentioned on the platform they are used.
Okay, very clear. Well, now we know way more about sources and their impact. Thanks for this episode, and see you in a bit